Hello, Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. It was such a decent weekend, but it's not going to last much longer. Yes, we start decently tomorrow, and let's go through the work week forecast. It doesn't stay that way for long. So overnight, it looks like we've got tonight some decent conditions, maybe windows open, mid-60s downtown. It's not too horrible. I think we could maybe skip the AC if we use a fan. And then tomorrow, yes, a little more muggy. The dew points start getting into that moist category above 60 degrees. We've got mid to upper 70s possible. Depends on how many clouds we see. But right now we think it does generally stay under 80 degrees. And for our latest forecast, go to cwg.news/latest. And into tomorrow night, that's when clouds and showers have an increased chance of happening. And I need to probably reverse the view, don't I? So let me fix that really quick, guys. I'm sorry. Boom. I think that fixed it. Excellent. All right. So now I need to exit out of this, put that away. And Laura, thank you so much. It's very lovely weather. Kathy, indeed, it is going to turn moist. And Vilnius, fabulous weather. I'm glad you're enjoying. And Jen got our windows open now. That is fantastic. Now, as we were saying, with the numbers now viewable more correctly there, this is tomorrow night, getting a little more muggier, adding a couple degrees onto tonight's temperature, 66 degrees, 67 tomorrow night. You may want the AC as dew points continue to creep up into moderately humid category, and showers may enter the picture before dawn on Tuesday. And moisture overall this week, this is the accumulating rainfall we expect over the generally this work week, favored in the Blue Ridge Mountains to our west and over southern Maryland along the bay. Even tomorrow, we can't rule out a shower along the bay as well. So keep that in mind as we look into the week ahead. Tuesday, Wednesday being our muggier and potentially rainier days with showers and storms. And then this is what's interesting. The cold front comes through hopefully Thursday morning if it stays on time. The humidity lowers. Our dew points go back down into very comfortable territory, especially considering it's August. But the temperatures continue to go up. And Friday, Saturday could be very decent days, though a little bit warm. All right, so let's see, Jim, the tropical storm Dorian, it is far enough away right now. It's not a concern for the DC area, but if you know of anyone in Puerto Rico, please make sure they are watching this storm. This is over the next 5 days. This is even by Friday. It could be over Hispaniola. And if it does move over this mountainous island of Hispaniola, which possesses the country of Haiti and the Dominican Republic, the tall mountains there could weaken the storm substantially. For the latest on Dorian, go to cwg.news/Dorian, and for all the links included with this video, you can touch on my face. You'll see them pop up below, all the links below on your mobile device. And the latest forecast, cwg.news/latest. Stephanie, the weekend weather has been a real gift. I completely agree with you. Anita, the wind is indeed shifting to the east now, and that is what is going to slowly ramp up our moisture in the air. The mugginess will start creeping up tomorrow, and showers are expected perhaps as early as tomorrow night. And here's what we're looking at for the whole week. Accumulating rain, not too high of a chance right around DC, but of course it's not impossible. Favored areas for dryness, though, northeast of town. For rain this week, we think along the Blue Ridge and southern Maryland along the bay. So I hope that helps you out for the week ahead. Let's look at the temperatures going into the 6 to 10 day period. A slight chance of them staying above average, kind of close to throwing a die there. And the average this time of year for Wednesday is 85 over 68. I did a middle of the week sample for you. So that's our average right now. See if we stay right around that. Pretty comfortable, especially if we can get some lower dew points, which you think after the cold front moves through on Thursday we can. Moisture precipitation, let's call it, for the 6 to 10 day period, a slight chance of staying dry, a little bit below average. And that's not exactly great news. We really could use some of the rain. This is abnormally dry conditions in the yellow for much of the region. And we're not in drought yet, but you can see the driest spots here in the yellows, oranges, and the reds. Delaware is a little bit dry, Fauquier County. We have some of these spots that have really missed out on these hit or miss showers and storms over the last week. This is the last 7 days of observed rainfall. Look at these pinks and purples. These are the wettest spots around the region. Even Fredericksburg, you've gotten some rain. Baltimore, you've done well over the last week. So we want this to be a little more widespread. Now, why am I at the White House? 1814, this day in history. During the War of 1812, the British were burning the city, and the flames were extinguished by a tornado that hit the White House here. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I wanted to be here at the scene of this 1814 tornado, arguably the most famous of the DC tornadoes. And part of that story is in the article I've linked, cwg.news DCTV.news/1814 tornado. And you can again touch on my face, and all those links will pop up below on your mobile device. All right, sunset, sunrise. I thought it's interesting. Our last 6:30 a.m. sunrise of the year was today. And for sunset, it's 7:49 p.m. So we're, definitely before 8 p.m. now, but it's not too horrible yet. If you're a fan of these longer days, we still have over 13 hours of day length, so let's spin positive. And again, Dorian, we were talking about earlier, you can go to cwg.news/Dorian. Not going to affect our week this upcoming week. This is not an influence on our weather in the upcoming work week in DC, but let's keep an eye on it. 5 days from now, it could be around Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, and Haiti, right there on the island of Hispaniola. If you have friends and family in Puerto Rico, tell them to please keep an eye out. And again, go to cwg.news/Dorian for the latest on that. All right, Jim, I love that you like the history of the DC tornado here in 1814. Can you believe I'm trying to show both there? There we go. The White House behind me, because this day in history, the tornado hit the White House and extinguished the flames that the British soldiers had to set afire the White House in 1814. Stephanie, so pretty this weekend. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I did too. Weather history, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Stephanie. And John, waiting for you to send some good weather to New Jersey. Our son lives and works in DC, but thanks for following, John. That's awesome. Your son here in DC is going to have a great start to the work week tomorrow. And here's the near-term forecast starting tonight. Still a little bit decent. Not too muggy just yet. Only mid-60s downtown is about as cool as we can get. But we could probably keep the windows open one more night, maybe get the fans going instead of the AC. Tomorrow, a little bit muggier by the end of the afternoon, but still look at that, maybe below 80 degrees, so not bad at all for a start to our work week, and more sunny than cloudy. And then muggier tomorrow night. This is Monday night, temperatures up a couple more degrees, and it will feel the dew points are a little higher, so you'll feel that moisture in the air, that mugginess, the moderately high humidity. The air conditioner might be warranted, and showers and storms might move in along with some clouds. And moisture is what we're looking at maybe a little bit this week, especially. This is the accumulating rain for the entire week, favored generally along the Blue Ridge Mountains in southern Maryland. We'll see if we can get some northeast of town, but this is generally the favored area to stay dry this week. And wet areas, the favored wet areas, again, some hit or miss storms are possible south of town and west of town along the Blue Ridge. Looking at the week ahead, muggiest on Tuesday and Wednesday. That also is our highest rain chances. Showers and storms are possible. Cold front moves through on Thursday, hopefully setting the stage for drier, albeit warmer weather for Friday and Saturday. I can't make promises on Sunday just yet, so stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com as we get closer. The trend 6 to 10 days from now, looking out even further, is that we have a slight chance of staying above average in our temperatures. A little bit of orange there indicates slight chance of staying above average, which is this time of year, around 85 degrees for a high at DCA Airport, 68 degrees for a low. Precipitation-wise, in the 6 to 10 day period, the trend is for maybe a little bit drier than average, which is not necessarily great news. This is yellow areas are indicating abnormally dry conditions in parts of our region, especially south of the Potomac, so we could use some of this rain. And another look at this in the last 7 days, the driest spots in Delaware here in the orange and yellow, another one in Fauquier County. We just have in August very hit or miss showers and storms, so some areas really are not going to have the best consistent rainfall, and I know gardeners are probably watering more often than not. Here's the quick fact on this day in weather history, 1814. We might need to go off the air in just a second, but in 1814, it looks like this is the White House and where I'm at right now. The weather history today is a tornado hit the White House in 1814. So that's kind of cool. That's why I wanted to be here at the White House. And the last sunrise of 6:30 a.m. might have been today. Yep, for the year. Last 6:30 a.m. sunrise. So early risers, I'm sorry, it gets darker going forward from this point on in the year. The sunrise is going to get creeping later and later. And not even when we switch the clocks back in November do we have the ability to get back to this early of a sunrise. So keep that in mind as well. Oh, and Dorian, this is Tropical Storm Dorian out in the Atlantic, hits the Lesser Antilles, and then moves on near Puerto Rico and maybe Hispaniola, where Haiti and the Dominican Republic are, by 5 days from now. Not affecting our DC weather this week, but we do have an article keeping you informed at cwg.news/Dorian. Weekend weather was amazing. Annette, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Labor Day looking, Liz, looks okay. I can't guarantee Sunday's weather just yet, but it might be warm, might be sunny. We'll see how it goes, but you can see some of this confidence indicated by wide swaths of the temperature possibilities for Sunday. We're just not sure if another cold front wants to come through just yet. So stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com, and we'll get higher confidence as we get closer. All right, Stephanie, thanks again for tuning in. Carlos, really appreciate you tuning in. And Western Loud windows open tonight, Jan. That sounds like a great idea. Stephanie, I love that you're tuning in again today. Good to see you. And Peg, this weekend weather was almost as good as snow. I love that we have a snow lover tuning in despite the warm, summery weather. Let me know if you will have any other questions. We're going to go through things one more time, but I am here at the White House for a little bit of weather history today, because this day in 1814, a tornado hit the White House. And the fun, interesting thing is that as the British were lighting fire to the District of Columbia, the tornado actually extinguished the flames here at the White House that the British soldiers had lit previously. So it's kind of cool that arguably the most notable tornado in district history happened on this day in 1814. For more on that, go to cwg.news/1814 tornado. Robert, hello, good to see you. And the cicadas indeed are loud, probably in Vienna there as well. And let me know if you have any other questions while I do one more recap of the near-term weather. This is tonight, 65 degrees or so. Not too muggy just yet. It is tomorrow. The moisture in the air creeps up a little bit, even though it's generally more sunny than not. We do feel a little bit more mugginess as temperatures go up, maybe creeping up near 80, but we think generally they should stay under 80 as a few clouds do move in. But moisture, rain-free, kind of until at least Monday night. Temperatures a little bit muggy or a couple degrees warmer, showers possible, clouds moving in. And we're not going to say no to rain. This is kind of neat in the region, but this is the overall week's forecast. 1 week, the work week accumulating rain, generally favored to be over the Blue Ridge Mountains and southern Maryland. We'll see if we can get some moisture here around town and northeast of town, but overall, the favored areas to stay dry are around the Beltway, up in Baltimore, and the northern part of the Bay. So we'll see how it pans out. This cold front coming in will get us, I think, some showers, maybe some storms Tuesday and Wednesday. Nothing too heavy as it appears now, but stay tuned. A couple isolated severe storms with some wind and small hail cannot be ruled out. And the cold front finally gets out of here hopefully Thursday morning, setting the stage. Interestingly enough, the temperatures continue to go up into the weekend, but we set the stage for a decent Friday and Saturday. Don't make any promises. I'm not going to on Sunday. We'll see if another cold front wants to come through. So stay tuned to capitalweathergang.com, and for our latest forecast, go to cwg.news/latest, and we'll give you all the details. Looking way ahead, 6 to 10 days out. Slight chance we stay temperature-wise above average. That's what that orange indicates. Decent chance of staying below average here in the Midwest, but we're going to stay right on that line. Roughly average, let's call it. 85 degrees is our average high temperature this coming Wednesday. And then precipitation, slight chance of being below average. And that's not the best news, because we do kind of want some rain in the region. This is abnormally dry and the yellow, mainly south of the Potomac River. So we could use some rain in these areas. And here's another look at the last week's precipitation. Observed rainfall in the last 7 days. Very dry here in Fauquier County and this yellow-orange area in Delaware. And also in the Delmarva area, the Virginia portion of the Delmarva, we could use some rain down there as well. The moist areas are indicated in pink and purple. So I think that's interesting. It's gotten nice and wet in Baltimore, Fredericksburg, even parts of Montgomery County, and out here in West Virginia as well. And again, today in weather history, a tornado hit the White House in 1814, extinguishing the flames the British had set the White House on fire. It was quite a day in the War of 1812 here in DC, and that's why I'm here broadcasting from the White House. So sunset really quick and sunrise. The most interesting fact is that we are getting later and later in our sunrises. So if you're an early riser, these are the earliest sunrises of the year, even after we move the clocks back in November. So please enjoy our last 6:30 a.m. sunrise, 6:31 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is it. We're moving closer and closer, shorter and shorter days. So please enjoy it while we have it. And we do have our latest on Dorian. Go to cwg.news/Dorian. Not a direct impact to our weather here in DC this week, but we wanted to give you an update on capitalweathergang.com as the storm moves into the Lesser Antilles, and in 5 days, maybe up toward Hispaniola. Not even quite getting to the Bahamas in 5 days, so we have time to watch it here in DC if it affects us at all. And it might even get torn apart by the mountains here in Hispaniola around Haiti and Dominican Republic. So lots of waiting and seeing on this one. But if you have friends and family near the Puerto Rico area, please tell them to keep an eye on this. All right, and a heat tracker, just so you know, we've enjoyed our break, 51 days of 90 degrees or higher. Oof, We don't need any more. We've had more than last year, which was 45 days, 90 or above. All right, Scott, I hope to be selling our hats before the end of the year. I would love to raise some money for charity. All profits would theoretically go to charity. But Scott, the quick answer is that we don't have a Capital Weather shop set up just yet. But thank you for asking that question. Deb, you love the beautiful weather. I do too. And Tom, the British used to get hardship pay for dealing with Washington weather. Most diplomats did from foreign countries. It was so hot and humid here, and I think we had a infestation of mosquitoes back in colonial times as well. It was just very tropical here and lots of disease because we are still building our country, Tom. I love that. Liz, uncertain or no, those evening temps look nice. I'm glad you're loving that, Liz. And this weekend's weather, says William, was very welcome relief. I could not agree with you more. And Jan, you love that historic fact about the tornado. I'm glad to give you context as to why I'm broadcasting from here at the White House. This day in weather history, 1814, the tornado that went through the White House extinguished the flames that the British had lit the White House on fire in the War of 1812. So that's kind of cool. Arguably the coolest tornado in DC history. Go to cwg.news/1814 tornado for more. And Thursday's weather, Teresa, it should be clearing out after the cold front moves through. A little bit warmer, but a little bit less muggier, so that's kind of a win overall for Thursday if this cold front stays on time and moves through Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. So Teresa, I hope that helps. And for the latest, go to Capital Weather on Twitter at Capital Weather or the blog, capitalweathergang.com. You can touch on my face and popping up below on your mobile device, you'll see all the latest links, including our latest forecast at cwg.news/latest. And for an update on the tropics, the most active is the tropical storm Dorian right now. Go to cwg.news/Dorian. And Arlene, you're loving the weather in Culpeper. And hello, Annette, District Heights. And I love that you're hearing all the cicadas behind me. Have a great start to your week, everyone. Enjoy the last moments of this great view of the White House. It is a lovely sunset here. And this weather is a little bit fleeting. We are going to start getting a little bit muggier by later tomorrow and tomorrow night as showers move in. So please enjoy what we have while we have it and have a good start to your work week. Bye for now.